Hell yeah.
Yo, what's going on? Cuts by Reggie, back with another review. Today we have if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, comment, like, all the good stuff, right? All the good stuff. If you don't like the videos, thumbs down, like I always say, right? Today we have a product that's actually been around for a little while, a few years. I'm just actually getting around to trying it out, right? And it is the Bevel trimmer, all right? I actually have been told about this. A lot of people has been telling me to try out the Bevel trimmer. I just, I didn't plan on reviewing clippers, right? I didn't really plan on being a clipper reviewer, anything like that. Clean that off. It just kind of fell into place because when I started my YouTube, I was already buying clippers and stuff anyway. Made a video about something that I didn't like, which actually was Gamma. But anyway, right? So people have been asking me to try out the trimmer from Bevel, right? So me getting caught up in the whirlwind of products that we have out now, I finally ordered a Bevel trimmer. As you can see, I should have got the black one because the black one looked pretty cool on the website, but I got the silver, the black grip. We'll get to the machine in a second, but I got this from the Bevel website. You can get this they actually have it by itself or with an extra blade because it comes with the square blade. And a lot of people don't like the square blade. I don't necessarily care for the square blade, but I used it. It's actually my first time ever using the square blade. Anyway, rambling, right? You get the trimmer alone, I think it's $199 on the website. And I think if you buy the trimmer with the blade combo, which it'll give you the T-blade, I think it's like $234. Excuse me. Which makes sense, right? Because you get the trimmer, which is $199. The blades are usually about $34, $33, $34. So I've had this for about 2 weeks, so do a little quick unboxing, right? Nice little package that it comes in. It's kind of like the original 50 cal unboxing. You just take off, right? Open up. And of course, you get your disclaimers and, things of that nature, things to read. But that's pretty much it. You get the clipper, you get the cord for charging, and you get the trimmer, right? So usually when I open up boxes, I don't read the pamphlets that come with it, anything like that. But I was actually listening to a Zero Gap podcast, and they was talking about how they read the pamphlets that come with it. This was the first time that I actually had to read what was going on, right? But so if I get that back in there. So when I got it, right, the battery is here, right? If I can get it off, the battery is here, all right? And I couldn't figure out how to turn it on, right? So it's on like this. It's on, I'm pressing buttons, I'm clicking this. I'm like, what is going on? Ended up having to read in the paper. So they had a little sticker on there that you had to peel off so it can actually connect and then turn on because, the power wire was going on, all that good stuff, right? So this is the Bevel trimmer. Get high speed, get 6,000 strokes per minute, 6 hours of run time, 180 days of standby time, which means you get 6 hours of constant use, right? But let's just say you plugged up your trimmer and you didn't cut hair for 179 days. On that 180th day, you would still have some charge. It's a very, very long standby time. Very long standby time. I don't know if anybody have used the beard comb, the heat stroke from Stylecraft Gamma. It's not a bad product, but it dies very fast. It dies very quick. So you got to put it to use. It dies very fast. Anyway, right? So you get 180 days of standby time. Come with the trimmer, the square blade, the charging cable, clean the brush, and oil. All right. So yeah, the packaging. That's just a quick unboxing. Wanted to tell y'all what comes in it. To zero gap it, there's no screwdrivers needed. Easy to clean, cool to the touch, constant power, perfect balance, superior control, all that good stuff, right? So let's talk about this trimmer. Like I said, people have been asking me to try out this trimmer for a long time. As you can see, square blade. I'm not really a fan of the square blade, but I got the job done. This is the machine, and this was the big headache when JRL first released the 2020Cs and 20Ts, because I mean, if I'm a fan of JRL as well, but you can honestly see that the design somewhat resembles the Bevel. Maybe I'll put the clipper or a picture of a clipper here, and it resembles the trimmer. All right. So like I said, when you get it, you do have to take the sticker. It's a circular sticker up here to keep it from turning on while it's in packaging. But then this is where you turn it on. Not too loud, pretty decent. Got some nice power to the touch. That's one thing I don't like. I'm not a fan of is not only is the button here, and this might be nitpicky. It might be nitpicky of something that really has nothing to do with nothing, but the button, the power is here. Push it up to turn it off, push it up to turn it on, push it up to turn it on, push it up to turn it off. One of the reasons I don't like it down there, because it's not a button. It's not hard to make it a one-hand maneuver when you're going through a busy day, you're lining up. You kind of gotta, if you want to do one-hand maneuver, not saying it's difficult, it's just uncomfortable to me, all right? Because the machine is already bulky. It's like a bulky machine. And getting used to it, especially going down, it's an awkward feeling to me. So it's kind of like especially in the beginning, it's like a two-hand maneuver. You line up, turn off, turn on. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal, but it is something that's uncomfortable when you have the majority of trimmers, cordless trimmers, that's made the same way, which is a good thing on their end because it is made different, right? It's cool, but I don't like it. Not a big deal, but I don't like it. Now, if I would have used this when I first heard about this, before I got caught up in the whirlwind of the world of trimmers and clippers now, maybe it wouldn't have been such a big deal, right? But it is what it is. I do like that when you take this to change the blade, you just snap it on and off. The only problem I have with that, because there was a few times where I'm trying to brush off the clipper and it pops off. Could be my heavy hand. Maybe nobody's ever had it. So you just got to make sure you're holding that blade on there, because in a busy day or a day you're not really thinking about it and you're brushing off before you spray with the cool care, you're not really thinking about holding the blade on. So you're just brushing, blade pops off. It's happened a couple times. The main reason I don't like it at first, because your blade's popping off. Second is, it falls the wrong way, chip your blade, you got to buy another blade. I was going to buy the T-blade to kind of see how that different, but I just used it the way it was. So the use of it, though, is not bad. Fresh out the box, it hits. I did not zero gap it. I did not go into, like I always say, when I review products, I like to use it as they come. So that's what I did. Used it, very crisp lines, very smooth, no irritation to the skin. I asked a few of my clients, how did it feel, especially on the face? The face and up under the neck is always a sensitive areas, right? So giving them crisp lines, it was good. It's not so great with bulk removal, I mean, it can go through it, but it's not the best. And when you're trying to line up straight hair, and the Bevel company, they'll tell you they're made for us, all right? The curly, the kinky hair, right? So maybe they're not focusing on the making it to maneuver through all textures of hair. But as a barber, when I'm looking for that one all-around tool, I'm looking for something to do good with all textures of hair. It's not bad with straight hair, but let's say with my T outliners or my, let's just say with my T outliners, when I'm going through putting a line in with straight hair, it's just boom. When I'm going through putting a line in on curly hair, boom. It's just it doesn't matter what texture of hair. When I put a line in, it goes. You get what I'm saying? It seems like with this, it's just like you gotta kind of cut it before you actually put a line in it. You get what I'm saying? So that was a thing that happened, but not a big deal. You get what I'm saying? So, okay, all in all, $200 for the trimmer. The trimmer, it does not get hot whatsoever. Like this here is cool the whole time. Like nothing about this gets warm. It lasts its hours that it say. I don't like this. You know, I don't like that button, the power switch being at the bottom. Just like with Gamma's power, the cruiser, I didn't like that button, that switch being at the bottom. I'm not a fan of that. Not saying you can't get used to it. It's just not it's not something I would want to use. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying you shouldn't try this based off that. I'm just saying it could be uncomfortable if you're not used to it. All right. So the trimmers do cut. They do give good lines. I should have bought a square blade, a T blade just to see if it different, because going down up under here with the square blade, I've never used the square blade. When I went to, like I said in an older video, I didn't grow up cutting hair, so I didn't use a Andes trimmer with a square blade. When I went to school, everything was already T-blade. So those were the blades I used. You get what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm used to. Not that it's a big deal, but it's just certain areas that T-blade just help get into. And I would say using this with a T-blade would help. This is just bulky to me. It's not in my hand. It just seemed like it's gonna, I don't know, it just don't feel right. All right. So this is a good trimmer. All in all, I feel like I'm just talking now. I feel like, I don't know how many people record videos, but like, especially on Sundays when people be walking by and I just be having a camera set up or my phone set up and people be looking, they just be like, what the heck is going on? And what is he doing? I'm talking to myself. Don't you judge me. This is mental health month, year, week. It's always mental health something. So don't judge me. Don't judge me. Anyway, this is a good trimmer though. This is a good trimmer. I say should you buy it? I say give it a try. If you have $200, this is not something that I would jump out the window and say, oh, you have to try this, if that makes sense. So there's some products I'll just be like, leave it alone. All right. And there are some products that I'll just be like, you gotta get it. I don't care how you get the money to get it, but get it. This is just, if you have it, give it a try. If you don't feel like, spending $200, I'll hold off. You know what I'm saying? It's good though. I used it for a week fully, and then I just kind of went back and forth with it, just with trying to find different textures of hair and seeing if it worked with, different heads. So yeah, that's the bevel. Anyway, that's the bevel trimmer. This is not the only product that they have, but this is the only machine that they have. I don't really know much about the company, so I don't know if they plan on in the future having more trimmers or clippers or anything of that nature. I haven't talked to anybody over there, so I don't know, but that's the bevel trimmer. If you like the videos, there's a thumbs up button. If you dislike the videos, there's a thumbs down button. Comment, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're almost to 5,000 subs. We're planning a giveaway. You know the deal. And if you don't, you will. Shout out to Joey, Knoxville legend. I'm out. Peace.